How to Deathgrips Guillotine Sub Bass with toothbrush, with instrument cable, with Serum. I'm Chris Deep Space, a producer and engineer who's worked with enough of that. An electric toothbrush can be so convenient for dental hygiene, but sometimes I get pretty bummed out that it isn't the sub bass line to Deathgrips' 2011 track Guillotine. So how can we fix that? First, record your toothbrush. I think we all know how important it is to use a FET 47 for bass instruments, so I'm going to use the one I built. Let's crank that up. Great. Next, I'm going to build a pretty severe EQ. I'm going to boost a bunch of Cs, freeze flatten, and drag that into an instance of sampler. Select a part. Draw in a MIDI note as well as a pitch bend. Turn it up. Route the pitch bend and increase the amount. Let's choose a cooler filter, adjust it, add some drive, and send that to the shaper. Let's choose a hard shaper. Now let's add some spread to make it feel a little seasick. I'm not getting enough harmonics, so I'd like to double the note an octave up, but we'll turn that down. Now let's clean it up with EQ and add an RC20 for more drive. I'm hearing some aliasing artifacts, which are probably part of the original sound or way it was sampled. In our case, I'm going to recreate that by automating the digital knob on the RC20. I love my bass guitar, but sometimes I get pretty bummed out that it isn't the sub bass line to Deathgrips' 2011 track Guillotine. So how can we fix that? Pick up your bass and unplug it. Now hold the lead until you get a nice warm hum. Let's record that. Duplicate the track from our previous video. Replace the samples with our bass hum. Now we're going to have to tune this. Once again, we'll duplicate the sample an octave up and turn that down. This way we'll have a little more high-end information. This time we're going to use an OSR filter instead of the MS-20, and we'll use slightly different settings. We're also going to use more spread. Now we'll add an overdrive, as well as our RC20 with the automated digital knob. See our previous video for details on that. Now, if I didn't have an electric toothbrush or instrument cable to make the sub bass line of Deathgrips' 2011 track Guillotine like I did in the last video, I might have to turn to a less conventional method. Let's see what we can do with Serum. Replace our sampler from the previous videos with an instance of Serum. Let's go ahead and filter both oscillators and add drive and fatness. You know what? They're not really warbling enough for me. Let's throw an envelope on the fine adjustment of the pitch of the first oscillator and do the same thing with the second oscillator using a different envelope with a slightly different rate. Then we'll add the same overdrive and RC20 as we have in the previous videos. Check that first one out for an explanation of settings as well as the automation of the digital knob. You know the drill. Let me know if you have any questions or requests for sounds in the comments below. And most importantly, thank you for your time and attention to detail.